So, I would like to start this video by saying Star Wars Rogue One gets an 8 out of 10 from me, but yeah, I'm still not over the feels. So, just a warning, if anyone hasn't seen the movie yet and they accidentally stumble across this video somehow, Star Wars Rogue One spoilers are probably going to blurt out of my mouth. And I'm sorry for that in advance, but this is your warning. Get out while you can. Anyways, so I went to see the movie last night, and I dozed off probably like good 20 times for a couple seconds or two. It wasn't the movie, it was purely because I had been up for 24 hours straight, and sometimes I get to the point where I just start dozing off. I was doing it when I was playing the game too, and I can doze off when I'm typing, so yeah, I just fall asleep in random places. Anyways, okay. So with Rogue One, the beginning of the movie, I thought, hi Fifi. See, she's on my bed again. She's trying to hide behind me because she doesn't want to be caught. She knows like this is gonna go on the internet. Oh, we caught you, it's too late. Anyways, so the beginning was very choppy. I thought the transitions between scenes was not smooth at all. And that may have been because I was tired. I would like to see it again to see if that was the case, but it did not seem to flow well. Characters, I thought all the characters were really interesting. I wish we had gotten more of them. Just more backstory into their past and everything. There was one character that was kind of freaky to look at, and again, spoiler warning, Grand Moff Tarkin is in the movie. And if you don't know, the actor who played Grand Moff Tarkin is dead. So they had to CGI his face onto an actor in the movie. And right away, it's just uncanny valley looking at this face that is CGI. And you can tell that CGI because it's too detailed. A lot of the actors are like wearing a little powder, a little makeup, so they cover up some of the lines, at least with the Imperial set. I don't know how you would go about this. The Imperial Army, I'm losing it, but the Imperial commanders, there you go. Their faces were a little bit nicer than the rebel faces. So because they weren't going around in the dirt and rain and mud as often as the rebels were. So Grand Moff Tarkin comes in and he looks bad. I mean, he's realistic and he looks good, but it's like his eyes are sunken in. You could just see every little wrinkle that they were trying to get out, and it's so freaky looking. It's uncanny valley. It's really good, but it's scary to look at. But props to the people who did that. I think they could have cut back on it a little bit. I don't think they needed Grand Moff Tarkin as much as they did. They could have put in another character that people wanted to see more than Grand Moff Tarkin. And I'm sure most people know who I'm talking about. And speaking of that character, Darth Vader made like two scenes in this movie. He was in 2 scenes. He owned them, but at the same time, you could have had more. You could have like switched Grand Moff Tarkin with Darth Vader, and it would have saved a lot on budget, and it would have gotten more people to sit in the theater So I don't know why they didn't do that. It's interesting because with Darth Vader, you don't have to have a particular actor in the suit. You just need the voice. And even then, if you find someone who sounds enough like the original voice actor, it could still work out, but I'm sure the original voice actor kind of makes it. So, yeah, they got that guy to do it. And I think they didn't want Darth Vader to steal the show, but at the same time, it probably would have been better if he was in there more. Because they could have done it, and it would have been natural for him to be in there more than he was. So it's kind of weird that they didn't take that opportunity. And I kind of figured that going in. I don't watch trailers because I'm afraid I will just spoil the whole entire thing for myself. But the moment I heard Darth Vader was going to be in this movie, I pretty much knew it was going to be for like maybe 5 minutes and then he'd be on. And it'd probably be 5 minutes towards the end. Like the doors would open up, some guy would walk in and be telling him that rebels did something to some place, and then Darth Vader would be all mad at the messenger and then choke him to death. So that's what I thought was going to happen. I got a lot more than I expected, so I guess I shouldn't complain, but at the same time, it's just me being nitpicky. Character-wise, I already talked about characters, so we're not gonna... I just thought there could have been more time spent with them. It's a pretty long movie too, and I don't know, the beginning is really choppy, but if they weren't able to create fully rounded characters in one movie, because this is probably going to be a standalone, this is a standalone thing. There's not going to be a Rogue One Part 2 or Part 3, it's just Rogue One, so they only had a limited amount of time to establish these characters. And I think these characters are going to be memorable, but nowhere near as memorable as the originals. I do like them more than prequel characters by far. I just really... Obi-Wan Kenobi is a good prequel character, and maybe Qui-Gon Jinn. I haven't watched that movie in forever, but I don't know. I just know that I liked Obi-Wan Kenobi in the prequels, and then I tried to block the rest out of my memory. Yeah. The second half of the movie, a lot better. It just started rolling, and once the ball got rolling, it went, and it was smooth sailing from there. It was emotional and dark, and it was different from a normal Star Wars movie. It wasn't like vastly different. So, because I thought it was going to be super dark, and it wasn't as dark as everybody was leading me on to believe it was. It still was pretty dark, but I was expecting just a little bit more darker. It kind of did turn out the way I'd expect it to turn out. It sort of ended on sad times. Just, I guess I already said spoilers, so everybody dies? Yeah. Everybody dies. I'm just gonna put huge spoiler in the title and just don't watch this ever. Just know that. I think everybody figured this was gonna happen. I went into the movie and I turned to my dad and I go, "We're all gonna be sad. Everybody's gonna die." And he was like, "Everybody's not gonna die." I was right. I was super excited to see it, and I just didn't expect it to happen the way it did, especially for the final two characters who ended up biting it. That was emotional. I think that got me the most. I did like all the characters, and I was sad when they died, but I think because we had the most time spent with Jin and establishing her character, and watching her go the way she did was just, it was sad. It was it just, oh my goodness, I couldn't. I was just staring at the screen for the longest time, and I knew it was like she was gonna die. She had to die. She's not. She's she was just gonna die. I knew that was probably going to happen. That or she was gonna turn out to be a bad guy, but I think it was more likely she was gonna bite it. So yeah, I just wasn't expecting it to be that emotional for me. I don't know. But the second half was really good. It was really emotional. I like feeling sad. So if a movie makes me feel something, it's good. The first part is a little rocky. There are some nitpicks I have, but overall, I liked it. I want to see it again. It is haunting me right now. Like, I'm just thinking about it. So I haven't forgotten about it. I'm not mad at it. I think it did a good job with being a different sort of Star Wars movie. This video is way too long. It's probably the longest I've ever made. So I'm going to end it at that. This is sort of a review vlog thing for Vlogmas, the 16th day. So I'm just going to go, and yeah, this has spoilers in it. I'm going to put that in the title, and I'm sorry if I spoiled this for you, but I warned you in the title, in the video multiple times. I'm sorry. Okay, bye.